Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Today, we're going to be talking about positioning in Battlefield and the importance of positioning and, just improving your game overall. Um, so in this game, I'm a really good player. My KD is about a 3.28 right now. I'm trying to get it up a little bit more, but one of the reasons why I'm able to perform so well in my games is because of my positioning. Positioning, it might be one of the most important things. I think aim and positioning are probably the two most important things when it comes to being a good player. And if you can master those two, then I think you can be pretty good in this game. So I'm going to be talking about positioning techniques and just things that you can do to always be in the right situation where you can take advantage of your opponents. You see in this gameplay, I'm playing on Fiel. This is probably one of my favorite maps because there's a lot of flank routes you can take, especially on Conquest. It really plays well. I'm using the Sten as a medic because there's no vehicles on this map besides the planes, so I don't really need to run assault. So when it comes to positioning, you always want to be in a position where you're shooting at enemies who are not looking at you. For you to do that, you got to take a lot of flank routes. Now, what I try to do a lot of times is I like to get into, a lot of fights. I like to go where all the enemies are at because, it's just fun. So usually I would just spawn on a teammate who's approaching a flag, an enemy flag, who's trying to capture a flag where there are a lot of enemies. But I'm not just going to run straight into the combat. What I'll do is I'll try to take a little flank route, and there are plenty of them on this map. I'll try to take a little flank route and get behind the enemy or on their side. And once you do that, you'll be able to take advantage of them because they're not going to know you're there. And if your squad mates are dead, they can spawn on you, provide you with support that you need. But a lot of the times I just go on my own because my teammates, they don't always trust me. They're not going to always spawn on me. You're not always going to have the best teammates with you, so, they're not always going to follow you. And if that's the case, then, you just go on your own and do what you can, which a lot of the time it does work out. Sometimes it doesn't because you just get overwhelmed. But the key is to always be behind your opponent or to the side where they cannot see you, where they're not looking at you. Yeah, obviously you're going to get into a lot of engagements where it's you versus the other guy. You're both trading shots between each other. That's okay as long as you have the better aim. Like I said, aim is an important thing. As long as you have the better aim, you might be able to pull off that gunfight, depending on, the guns that you guys are using and stuff. But even with a gun like the Sten, you can outgun someone who's using a gun with a higher fire rate or higher DPS if you have good aim. Also, another thing with positioning. So, let's say you have a nice area where you're holding down the area, suppressing fire on a whole bunch of enemies, killing a whole bunch of enemies left and right. You don't want to stay in that spot because obviously they're going to figure out where you at. You might kill one guy and he gets revived, and all of a sudden he pings your location and you've been made. What you want to do is once you get a few kills, rotate to a different area. You don't have to go so far, but just try to stay mobile. Don't be camping in one area because people are gonna figure out, you're gonna get exposed. People are gonna figure out where you're at, and they're all gonna bum rush you at the same time, and then you're gonna die, and it's gonna be clipped for you. You don't want that. It'll be clipped. What you want to do, get a few kills, rotate around, stay mobile. Try to be unpredictable. That's another thing. Is being unpredictable in this game is gonna be a great thing because, to be honest, there are not a lot of good players in the game. I mean, if once you're like one of those players who are just really head and shoulders above the rest of the lobby, you really get to see like the difference between you and just a regular player, and they just don't understand how to play the game right. That's one thing that I understand. I understand how to play the game well. I know how the game flows, how the maps flow. And once you get an understanding of that, you'll be able to position yourself in a way that is advantageous for you. One thing about being unpredictable you can be that by flanking around. They don't expect that. Once you start hitting that flank route and you start killing a whole bunch of enemies, then they have to react to you. A lot of the players, they're scared. Like, you know, what I always say, there's no reason to be scared. You're playing a video game. If you die in the game, you don't die in real life. You know, you're always going to have a chance to respawn and do whatever you need to do again. So you might as well take the chance sometimes. Now, obviously, you don't want to play dumb. You want to play smart. But there are going to be times where, you know, you have an opportunity to pull off a play, pull off something good that will help your team out. And if you don't do it, then you might lose the game, or you might miss out on a nice kill feed or whatever you want, whatever it is that you're going for. You might miss out on that if you're playing scared. So what I do, you know, sometimes I would run out into in an open field, you know, try to move between cover and cover. I'll run out, try to hit a flank route, even if it's risky. As long as I'm playing medic, I know I can always heal myself whenever I get hit up. So I would take a risk and go out there to put myself in a good position to lay down a whole bunch of fire on the enemies, allow my teammates to push up, and, you know, just really change the tide of the game. Because once I start taking out a whole bunch of enemies, my teammates can push up, my squad mates can spawn on me, and then we can move together. We can all start, you know, capturing the objective or doing whatever it is that we're trying to do. We can all do that together once we have that. But yeah, that's really it for the positioning. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of different guides of how to get better in this game. Yeah, but if it was helpful, you know, hit the like button, subscribe. I got more tips videos coming soon. I got gameplays coming soon. I got all that, you know. I'm trying to mix and match things that I do. I don't want to just be strictly doing one thing or the other. So I got plenty of stuff coming soon, you know. You want to stay tuned for that. And that's it for the video. Peace out.